All right, good morning. We are live. Got some action already and getting ready to start posting that stuff now. We hit a stop loss on a previous call from Australian dollar versus New Zealand dollar. So I'm getting ready to post that now. And, I'm going to re-enter that trade. So the first action for the night is a hit stop loss. Here's the parameters for that older trade. And we are re-entering Australian dollar versus New Zealand dollar. Guess this should help if I already had my tab up. Sorry about that. And here's the setup. Australian dollar versus New Zealand dollar. It's a 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price at 1.07862. Stop loss at 1.07969 for 11 pips. Take profit at 1.07433 for 43 pips with a risk reward ratio of 4.01. That is the first call of the night. We have a sell opportunity on LPT, USDT to 5 point. Go ahead and get this called out. All right, so this is LPT, USDT, 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell, 4.28 risk to reward ratio. Take profit at 5.939. For 287 pips. Stop loss 6.293. For 67 pips. And the entry price is 6.266. All right, ladies and gentlemen, first new call of the night. LPT versus Tether, LPT USDT. This is a crypto perpetual trade. 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price at 6.226. Stop loss at 6.293 for 67 pips. Take profit at 5.939 for 287 pips. And a risk to reward ratio of 4.28. All right, so that's LPT USDT. Let's go ahead and get this in our ad. Let's see, LPT USDT. That's done. Next up, OXT versus USDT. Looks like we have a further sell, and this is 0.514. Go ahead and get in here. All right, let's get this called out. Again, this is a market execution sell on OXT versus USDT. Again, another crypto perpetual trade. All right, risk reward ratio is 4.37. Take profit at 0.514. And it's going to be for 35 pips. Take profit at 557. For 8 pips. And entry price is 0.549. All right, so here we go. Next call up. This is in OXT USDT, a crypto perpetual trade, 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price at 0.0549. Stop loss is 0.0557 for 8 pips. Take profit at 0.0514 for 35 pips. A risk to reward ratio of 4.37. Let's go ahead and get this added to our watch list and continue evaluating trades. We've got another ICP USDT. This is the 5.016. tighten up the stop loss a little bit. Let's get this posted out. Just a moment while I get this jotted down. This is ICP USDT 2.73 risk to reward ratio. Take profit is 5.016. This is for 131 pips. And stop loss is 5.195. And that's for 48 pips. Entry price at 5.147. All right, here's our next trade of the night. ICP USDT. That is a cryptocurrency perpetual trade. 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price is 5.147. Stop loss is 5.195 for 48 pips. Take profit is 5.016 for 131 pips, with the reward ratio of 2.73. So let's go ahead and get that added to our listers to watch. Move on to the next trade. We've got another. This is Ondo versus USDT. And 0.7271. All right. There's our trade. Let's get this called out. Ondo versus Tether, 2.62 was the reward ratio. Where take profit is 0.7271 for 254 pips. You have a stop loss at 72.22 or 76.22 rather, for 97 pips. And the entry price is 75.25. Okay, here we go. New call. Cryptocurrency perpetual trade. This is Ondo, ONDO, versus Tether. 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price is 0.7525. Stop loss is 0.7622 for 97 pips. Take profit is 0.7271 for 254 pips, with a risk to reward ratio of 2.62. Let's go ahead and get this added to our watch list and continue evaluating the trades that came in. All right, we've got another Render versus USDT. It's going to be a sell to 3.102. Render. Grab this bad boy and get it posted. Risk to reward ratio of 2.50. Take profit at 3.102. This is 130 pips. Stop loss at 3.284. And that's for 52 pips. Entry price at 3.232. All right, here's your new call. This is Render, R-E-N-D-E-R versus Tether. 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price is going to be 3.232. Stop loss is going to be 3.284 for 52 pips. Take profit is going to be 3.102 for 130 pips with a risk to reward ratio of 2.50. Let's go ahead and get this added to our list. Moving on. Got another one. This is 1 inch versus Tether. It's going to be a sell to 1867. Sorry, 1861. There we go. Looks like we're starting to get more calls in. Again, we'll evaluate these in live time and get them out if they're valid. A little bit more action than last night, so that's always fun. So this is 1 inch versus USDT. And we're going to take the sell on this. That is 1861. I need to make one thing. Don't think I got in Ondo 7271. Grab that real quick. Okay, let's go ahead and get this posted out. It's going to be 1 inch versus Tether. You start to get the pace of this, you realize it doesn't really take very long. And on a good night, when the trades are coming in back to back to back to back at the different time frames, 15-minute and 30-minute intervals, you're essentially continuously evaluating trades. And at some point, you're just done for the night. So we're going to finish up at 4 a.m. tonight. There'll be more action after that, but this is more illustrative to help people out. This is a risk to reward ratio of 2.33. It's a take profit of 1861 for 49 pips. Gonna have a stop loss of 1931 for 21 pips. And this is an entry price at 1910. And here's your next trade. 1 inch USDT, 1 inch versus Tether. 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price is 0.1910. Stop loss is 0.1931 for 21 pips. Take profit at 0.1861 for 49 pips. And a risk to reward ratio of 2.33. Let's go ahead and get that added to our watch list as we continue to clear these bad boys off of our ticker. Got the next one up. This is SNX versus USDT, a sell to 574. Let's go ahead and grab that. Going to pick up the pace a little bit because we're a little behind. As we get deeper into the morning, I expect the pace of this to speed up. So I don't want to get behind and not be able to catch up on live. All right. So this is going to be SNX versus Tether. This is a 2.43 risk to reward ratio. Take profit is 0.574 for 17 pips. Stop loss is 0.598 for 7 pips. And an entry price at 0.591. All right, and then here's your next trade. Cryptocurrency Perpetual, SNX versus Tether, 15-minute confirmation, market execution sell. Entry price is 0.591. Stop loss at 0.598 for 7 pips. Take profit at 0.574 for 17 pips with a risk to reward ratio of 2.43. If you're not aware, if you go to the right pane and toggle from top chat to live chat, I'm dumping all these trades live for you to take. Now, moving on, let's go ahead and get this added again to our watch list as we get caught up. Next up, ZIL versus Tether. Valid trade. 1061 is our target. It's a short position. Tighten up the stop just a little bit. Yeah. 1061. Let's get this rolled out. All right, so this is ZIL versus Tether. Again, another 15-minute confirmation. This is going to be 2.50 risk reward ratio. Take profit at 0.1061 for 20 pips. Take profit at 0.1089 for 8 pips. And entry price at 0.1081. All right, here we go. This is going to be ZIL versus Tether. 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price at 0.0108. Stop loss at 0.1089 for 8 pips. Take profit at 0.01061 for 20 pips with a risk to reward ratio of 2.50. Let's get that added to our watch list as we continue to catch up. Next up, Engine versus Tether. It's a sell to 1.137. Find this bad boy. Sell. 1.137. All right, so let's get this bad boy called out. Engine EIGEN 2.89 was the reward ratio. Take profit of 1.137. And that's for 55 pips. Stop loss is 1.211. And that's for 19 pips. And entry at 1.192. And your next trade, cryptocurrency Perpetual, EIGEN versus Tether, 15-minute confirmation, market execution sell, entry price at 1.192, stop loss at 1.1211 for 19 pips, take profit at 1.137 for 55 pips, with a risk to reward ratio of 2.89. Let's get this added to our watch list, and we're going to keep going down. Now, Satoshis really don't make much of a profit. I typically don't call this because it's so micro at this point. You're really making a few pennies off of it. So it is a valid trade, but I'm not going to enter this particular one. So we can move on. We've got Quant versus USDT. That's a sell to 100.92. It's going to be a short position. I'm going to shorten up this stop a little bit. That right there should do it. And this is 100.92. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy called out. All right. One moment here. It doesn't take long to jot this stuff down. It's now QNT versus Tether. So 2.32 was the reward ratio. Would take profit at 100.92. And this is going to be 176 pips. Got a stop loss at 103.44. That's going to be for 76 pips. And we've got an entry price at 102.68. All right, here's your next trade. QNT versus Tether. 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price is 102.68. Stop loss is 103.44 for 76 pips. Take profit is 100.92 for 176 pips. Risk to reward ratio 2.32. Let's get that added to our watch list. And we're moving on. Got another crypto perpetual trade. This is Dash versus Tether to 19.36. Dash. All right, this is a 2.88 risk to reward ratio, and it is to 19.36 for 49 pips. And we've got a stop loss at 20.02 for 17 pips with an entry of 19.85. All right, here's your next call of the night. Cryptocurrency perpetual trade, Dash, DASH versus Tether. 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price is 19.85. Stop loss is 20.02 for 17 pips. Take profit is 19.36 for 49 pips. Risk to reward ratio of 2.88. Let's go ahead and get this added. And we have the same, but this is a cryptocurrency spot trade. It's 19.44. Sell. Tighten up the stop just a little bit. Okay. Grab my phone here to take this trade. This is Dash. 19.44. Guess I should plug my phone in before it dies. All right. Let's go ahead and get this called out, and then we are caught up for now. Hold on here. This is going to be dash DASH versus US dollar, USD. This is a market execution sell on a 15-minute confirmation. 2.80 was the reward ratio with a take profit at 1944 for 42 pips. Stop is 20.01 for 15 pips. Entry price is 1986. All right. And here's your new signal. This is a cryptocurrency spot trade, which means it's against the US dollar, not against Tether. DASH dash versus US dollar, 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price at 19.86. Stop loss at 20.01 for 15 pips. Take profit at 19.44 for 42 pips with a risk to reward ratio of 2.80. So let's go ahead and get this posted out to our list, then clean up our list. And now we are caught up for the night. So this is obviously a spot trade. It's going to go to the top of our watch list where the spot trades are. And the rest of these trades are cryptocurrency perpetual trades that we've taken. For some reason, I did not mark this one off. And I should. $5.013, which is a sell. There we go. Otherwise, I won't hear it, hit take profit, and that would be a tragedy. All right, we'll drop these bad boys in, put in alphabetical, and now we've got everything tracked in live time. So this is LPT USDT. We'll take a look at that while it kind of cooks up. And we'll wait for our next time frame at 2:45, which is around 8 minutes and 43 seconds for now. So got a little quiet. water real quick. So we do have some previous action on trades, mostly from this weekend. Some stuff is still clearing out. Even though most of the stuff hit take profit, we do have some that are still running. The top of these trades is XCN versus US Tether. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. And this is a bit of a different approach than what I normally do. Essentially, it's a 30-minute confirmation. Been in this for quite some time, as you can see. Matter of fact, just trying to figure out when this trade started. I'm going to have to be on the 30-minute to figure it out, because you see how long this trade has been running. It is long. Ended this trade on Wednesday, June the 4th. And we're still in it. So, go figure. And we are targeting 1.264. I'm pretty heavily in profit right now. So that's the top position that's open at the moment. So short on XCN versus Tether. Again, this is way back from June the 4th. So let's get back to the action for tonight. Any of these really will do, to be quite honest. I believe we were looking at LPT versus Tether, which we entered on a 15-minute confirmation. And it is already in profit. It's now 2:41. Got less than 4 minutes to the next checkpoint. I do expect there to be much more action tonight. Typically, and I've mentioned this before on past lives, the quickest time frame that I've seen is normally between 3:15 in the morning and 3:45 in the morning, which is specifically why I do these lives between 2 and 4, because you get to see the activity. So as we get closer to that frame of time, we'll move a lot quicker and you'll typically see a lot more action. But tonight, we had some early action. When I came on the live, I already had trades to evaluate, and every single one of them were valid. The only one I didn't take is Satoshis versus Tether, and only because you don't really profit off of that trade, because the pricing is so micro. So even with leverage, you only make a couple of cents off of taking a trade. Kind of isn't worth it. Kind of a pro tip when you're taking a trade, risk to reward ratio isn't the only thing that you need to be taking a look at. You also need to be taking a look at the amount of margin that your broker is asking for versus the projected take profit that you're going to get. So not only do you want your risk to reward to be 2.0 or more, but you also want your profit to be at least twice as much as what you're risking. I tend to like to use a 3-to-1 multiplier, but 2-to-1 is perfectly acceptable. If it's less than 2-to-1 for the risk to reward ratio or for the profit to risk ratio, you generally don't want to take that trade. It's not worth it. There will be other opportunities. So one of the lessons that I hope you guys will learn from continually watching these lines with me, it definitely does not really pay you to get into the market blind. You're paid to wait. It pays to have very disciplined risk to reward ratio, profit to risk ratio, and just take your time. This is not gambling. This is trading. Find a system that works for you and stick to it. Most of what I tend to recommend for new traders is to even find a single pair and just master that pair. Because once you start to see the patterns, you can't unsee it. It just becomes kind of secondhand. All right, so we've got about 15 seconds to the quarter of the hour. We will see whether or not we get any new opportunities. My alerts are set up on the 15 and the 30 minute. It's a couple of hundred assets that I trade. So it's going to take TradingView maybe 2 to 3 minutes after the quarter of the hour to evaluate all the different pairs and then spit out if we have any opportunities. So we'll wait for it to do its work. We hear a ding, then we know we have an opportunity to get into the market. Otherwise, we wait. Also, congratulations for those of you that took the buy on UK 100 last night. That trade is also in profit. We actually have two. We took one on a 30-minute confirmation and another on a 15-minute confirmation. And both are in profit. The 30-minute confirmation is targeting 89.3472. And the 15-minute confirmation is targeting 89.1765. And the 15-minute confirmation is about 25% into profit right now. So UK 100 does move a little slowly, but it'll get there. Did dip slightly into stop loss territory, but did not hit the stop loss. And now we just wait. It's going to hit take profit eventually. We also have trades running on the SPX 500. This is from last week. That's in profit. You have NAS 100. You'll notice similar patterns on NAS 100, SPX 500, and US 30. The movement almost looks exactly the same for the most part with small variations. We also called a buy on France 40. Dipped in a stop loss, but it's in profit now. And we also have a buy on OS 200. It almost did it to us and hit the stop loss, but it's in profit now slightly and climbing. So we're long on 5 different indices. All those are doing just fine. All right, so it's now 8 minutes past, well, 3 minutes past the hour, past the quarter hour rather. So it doesn't look like we got everything for the 2:45 stamp. Next checkpoint is 3 a.m. That's a little under 12 minutes, about 11 and a half minutes actually, before we get the opportunity for some new chances to enter the market. So if you don't know the kind of time frame, I'm in Central Standard Time in Houston, Texas. So that means the London market for me opens at 2 a.m. sharp. And from about 2 a.m. in the morning Central Standard Time to about 3:15, you get more volatility, which means that the trade volume starts to move a little faster and you can get some entries into the market. But again, the quickest time frame that I've observed over and over again from trading over the years is during the London session between 3:15 in the morning and 3:45 in the morning. You can catch that 30-minute period. If you catch nothing else, you're going to make your grip for the day for the most part. It's very rare that there is a lot of activity in that small time frame. Unless, of course, there's an absolute lack of major news in the short term and there's major news to come up. Sometimes the market falls into consolidation. Things don't really move up or down because the market does not like uncertainty. While there are some times where the market basically won't move for an entire week, that's very rare. At some point, the fat cats need to make some money. And what institutions will do is they will use computers. 85% of the trades in the market are done by computers to take their trades. And you can tell when the computers are active because you get these really strange long candles, like this one right here. That's an institutional move. There's not enough money from retail traders to make that type of move. But the problem is they tend to do these very, very clean patterns. That's a double top at literally the same price. Statistically, a human is not going to do something like that, but computers will. To me, that tells me that liquidity exhausted. It pushed down from any move to the north, and that was going to be a sell-off. So from that point on, we're looking just for EMA cross, basically the 13 over the 5, and once it did it, it triggered the trade, and we're in it with the trend. So you got to have a tailwind behind you. You've got momentum to the sell-off side. You take the trade. You will notice consistency with the trades that I take. You have exponential moving averages. The 50 is the aqua. The 200 is the gray. You can't see it because it's further up. The 800 is the blue. So when you have aqua on the bottom, gray in the middle, and blue on the top, that's a downtrend. So what triggers this is a cross of the 13 EMA and the 5 EMA, the red over the yellow, and a downtrend confirmation, and you take that sell. Conversely, if you're going to enter a buy, look at SPX 500 for this, for instance. I believe this is a 1 hour confirmation. Yeah. All right. So in this particular case, you have aqua on the top, gray in the middle, blue on the bottom. You have the 5 EMA crossing over the 13 EMA, which triggered the trade, and we're in it. Same thing on NAS 100. You've got the aqua on the top, the gray in the middle, the blue on the bottom. You got the 5 over the 13, which triggers to get into the trade. And we're in profit over and over and over and over and over again. Nothing tricky, just the same system. And mind you, I'm using this same system to trade all kinds of assets. It's just how consistently you get into the trade. And this particular system was made by my mentor in the market, Patrick Kinney. And that's the system I used to trade with, and it works. I spent a lot of hours behind the scene labbing this up to get it to the point where it works on multiple assets on multiple time frames. It's most effective on the 15-minute. It does work for longer time frames as well. And I think I've definitively proven that out. I've been consistently trading with the system since May the 2nd of this year, after I got my health a little bit better. And the results speak for themselves. So as of right now, since May the 2nd, we're at 445 wins, 325 losses, for a win percentage of 57.86% and 1,448,139 pips won over that period of time. And that's with calling major and minor Forex pairs, exotic Forex pairs, cryptocurrency spot trades, indices, precious metals, oil and natural gas, cryptocurrency perpetual trades, and some stocks and futures. I call it all. Yeah. 255. Oh my God. Just got a pitch. I just got a call from my older sister Tanya. Looks like my aunt just passed. Wow, that sucks. That was a sweet woman. All right, a little over 4 minutes past the hour, or a little over 3 minutes to the top of the hour, rather. Um, we should get some of the opportunities to enter the market. All right, one more minute left to go. Again, when these time frame tickers kind of hit, here's the total list that I trade off of. It's a whole bunch of assets, hundreds of them. The tool is going to go through, it's going to evaluate each one of these on the 15-minute and 30-minute time frame, and it's going to spit out any opportunities it sees to get into the market. Then we're going to go in and evaluate whether the trade is valid. If it is, we will get into it. So we'll know in about 15 seconds, it'll start that process. Yeah, we'll see. All right, it's now 3 o'clock in the morning. 1 hour to go in our live. It's not instantaneous most of the time, but give it time. If there's any opportunities to be had, it takes a couple of minutes to go through all this stuff. Meanwhile, on the screen, on the 15-minute time frame, I have NAS versus 100, or NAS 100, which is an index in the United States. This is on a 60-minute confirmation. It's the trade that we took it on. And it's in profit. Should go up to the 1 hour so you can see this more clearly. There's the actual trade. Drag this a little further on to the 19th. And it is still going. That's going to be for 61,633 pips. Hmm. Okay, looks like this ticker is going to be quiet. Next time frame is going to be 3:15 in the morning. 3:15 in the morning. That is a little under 13 minutes from now. While we're at this, and I do get asked this a lot, what brokers do I use? I don't mind sharing that with you guys. I use 3 different brokers. For futures, I use Top Step X. For cryptocurrency, perpetual trades, I use liquid brokers. So go ahead and post that for you guys. I'm just going to find where I put it. second. All right, so here's my broker for cryptocurrency spot trades. I also use this for indices, for precious metals, for oil, for natural gas, also for foreign currency. That's LHFX. I'm trying to find the link for liquid brokers to send that to you guys as well. And here's the link for liquid brokers. Liquid brokers is the one that has all the crypto perpetual trades that I'm calling the purple trades. So we're looking to get into those. That's the broker that you need to have. All right, so a little under 8 minutes left to go. We will be on it. We're on to 4 minutes left to go. All right, it's 3:15. Normally, it takes about 2 minutes for the tool to evaluate everything. Right in that sweet spot between 3:15 in the morning and 3:45 in the morning, where a lot of the action in the market happens. So let's see if we get some fireworks today. We did have some early action. We should know around 3:17 to 3:18 if we got something from this tick. If not, then our next check mark is at 3:30 in the morning. So it looks like we're getting no action for 3:15. Next check mark is 3:30 in the morning, a little under 11 minutes from now. We'll see if we get some action then. Otherwise, tonight it looks like we got all our action early, but we will be ending at 4 a.m. sharp. Mhm. It always feels like a lot of unnecessary waiting when you're going between time periods. But yeah, this is the kind of unsexy, boring part of trading where it's just waiting. You start to learn the time frame you want to get up and do your work in, make your trades, you go back to sleep. So that's what we're doing tonight. So I think I went to sleep around 9 last night. Woke up just after 1:45 and immediately got on the charts. We already had a bunch of trades to kind of evaluate and look at. Got in all but one of those. Every single last one of them are in profit right now. And we're just waiting. All right, we got a little under a minute left at 3:30. We'll see what action we get. Again, it takes the tool about 2 to 3 minutes to evaluate all the different assets that we trade and then spit out any opportunities that we had to get into the market. And voila, we got action, boss. 3 trades to start. We looked at Satoshi earlier. I never take this trade because it's so micro that you literally only make a few cents off of it. It's not worth it. We've got USD versus stop loss, it looks like. That sucks. I am going to re-enter this though. Because I still believe in that original trade. USD SEK. All right, USD JPY. We got a buy on this bad boy to 145.522. Let's tighten up the stop a little bit. I'll just get this called out. So buy on USD to Japanese yen. USD JPY market execution buy 2.70. What's the reward ratio? Take profit at 145.522 for 41 pips. Stop loss at 144.959. That's for 15 pips. And entry price at 145.111. So here we go. This is a Forex currency major pair. 15-minute confirmation. Market execution buy. Entry price at 145.111. Stop loss at 144.959 for 15 pips. Take profit at 145.522 for 41 pips with a risk reward ratio of 2.70. Let's move on. This is 6M1. This is a future. It's a sell to 0.5204. Tighten up the stop just a little bit. Get this called out. 6M1, 2.50 risk to reward ratio. Stop loss is 0.05204. And that's for 10 pips. Stop loss is 0.5214. That's for 4 pips. And entries at 5218, sorry. Entry price is 5214. And this is a market execution sell. All right. Okay, so this is a futures call, 6M1, 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price at 0.05214. Stop loss at 0.05218 for 4 pips. Take profit at 0.05204 for 10 pips. Risk to reward ratio of 2.50. And we've got a cryptocurrency perpetual trade. This is Sonic to 196.40. Sonic. And Peter, I did get your question. Let me evaluate this trade first, and I will get you your answer. All right. So this is a cryptocurrency perpetual trade. And this is on Sonic versus Tether for a 3.90 risk to reward ratio. Take profit is 1964 rather. 0.19640 for 631 pips. Stop loss is at 0.20433. And this is 462 pips. And entry price is at 0.20271. And here's your call. Cryptocurrency perpetual trade, 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell with an entry price at 0.20271. Stop loss is 0.20433 for 162 pips. Take profit is 0.1964 for 631 pips. Risk to reward ratio is 3.90. So did have a question from the gallery. This is from Piotr. Hi, Brian. Quick question. How do you see take profit straight away? I see this after 15 minutes first candle close, not straight away, just wondering. Okay, so the reason you don't have to wait is that the tool is already waiting to look for the entry when it's a valid trade. So what it does is it confirms that you have an uptrend or a downtrend. In this case, for a downtrend, the aqua's on the bottom, the gray is in the middle, the blue is on top. That confirms the downtrend on the 15-minute. You have the cross of the 13 EMA, the red line, over the 5 EMA, the yellow line at the call, and then you enter the trade. That's all it is. For a buy, it's just the opposite direction. So I will actually go to a buy for you. Let me get my list cleaned up, and then I'll show it to you. Let's go to NASDAQ 100. Caught this out over the weekend on a 1-hour confirmation. At the time the trade was called, you have aqua, gray, blue. You have the 5 over the 13, and you enter the trade. So you don't have to wait until 15 minutes afterwards. If you have AGB on an uptrend or a buy, you have BGA or a downtrend on a sell, and you've got your EMA cross, enter the trade. You do not have to wait 15 minutes, 30 minutes, however long you want. That's how I'm entering the trade so quickly and still winning. If you need a reminder of this, just go back and look at the master class from Patrick Kinney, and he teaches you how to do this. So he gave multiple examples of this happening. All right, so we're about to come up on 345. Should get some other opportunities to enter the market. Here we go. Again, Because I trade so many assets, it takes about 2 to 3 minutes for my alerts on TradingView to kind of go through all this stuff and then spit out any entries that we have into the market. We do have one more tick at 4 a.m., and that's when I'm going to call the live for the light. But we've done well. A lot of calls tonight. And I mean a lot. Okay, so for NAS 100, the take profit is 22,213.10. So as a matter of fact, I will go and get the original parameters for you, my guy. Okay, that's a ding, which means we hit. And we also have an entry, it looks like. So we got some things to review. Hold on. I call a lot of trades, so I got to find it for you. Here's the original call on NAS 100 and the parameters, Curtis. Take profit is 22,213.1. All right, so first things first, it looks like we hit a trade. 15. Let's see what that trade was. Quant, we called that earlier. So let's go and take a look. I must have screwed up the take profit that I put in there because it hasn't quite hit just yet. But my broker already gave me the win. So we'll wait on that before we officially call it for everyone else. Everyone has different brokers. They have different stops, different entries. Depending on when you take a trade, the spread might be dynamic as well. So they gave me the win already, but it has not hit take profit yet. Now, we have an opportunity in the market. This is NEO versus US dollar. This is a spot cryptocurrency. We have the aqua on the bottom, the gray in the middle, the blue on the top. This is BGA. And we have the 13 over the 5 EMA. This is a sell to 5.27. So pre-tour, I think you're getting mixed up. The candle has already closed. Like it's 3:45 is when this candle closed. So you don't have to wait an extra time frame. The candle has closed. The trade has been confirmed. The tool is already doing that for you. That's why you don't have to wait. NEO versus USDT. Let's go ahead and get this called out. This is a spot cryptocurrency. What is this? 3.09 risk to reward ratio to 5.27. And this is 1,975 pips. And stop loss is 5.53. That's for 639 pips. And entry price is at 5.47. And here is your call. This is NEO versus the United States dollar. This is a cryptocurrency spot trade. 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price is 5.47. Stop loss is 5.53 for 639 pips. Take profit is 5.27 for 1,975 pips. And a risk to reward ratio of 3.09. Just as a reminder, just to help me out, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Turn on those notifications so you can be notified when I go live. And also like the video. Also, I'm trying to get that time up. So if you haven't seen the whole live, once it posts, go back, and even if you just play it on silent, let it run the whole time so I can go ahead and get that time up, because I'm trying to get to the point where I'm being monetized. If you know the people that find value in what I do, lead them to my channel so they can subscribe as well. I believe I need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time before I can monetize. So just now starting that. So NEO versus the United States dollar, spot cryptocurrency. That is the trade to take. Go ahead and hop on my other broker and take this trade as well. 5.27. Appreciate it, Peter. If you can, it's easier for you to just drop the comment on YouTube than on Telegram. That way I don't have to go back and forth to kind of talk with you guys, but I don't really mind either way. It just takes me a little bit more time to get the Telegram if you're there, as opposed to if you're on the YouTube already. So let me grab NEO and add that to the watch list. So spot cryptocurrency. I tend to put my watch list in categories, so this is at the very top. So there we go. It also looks like we got a win on Euro versus Swedish krone. And we did on a 15-minute confirmation, so that's smacked here. There must be a 30-minute confirmation as well. And there is. And that bad boy is actually going to 11.07964. So, yeah. Probably entered in the wrong take profit on the other broker. That's why it's showing as hit take profit, but it's not there yet. It's just getting there. Here's the call on NAS 100. Again, this was a 1-hour confirmation, and it is nearing about 30% to profit. So certainly when New York opens at 8 a.m. later this morning, I do expect a rally, not only on US 30, but also on NASDAQ 100 and SPX 500. We're in trades on NASDAQ 100 and SPX 500. We do not have an active trade on US 30. So hopefully we smash take profit on those today. That would be nice to have. It would take a pretty significant rally to get there. So we got a little under 4 minutes left to go before the top of the hour. 4 a.m. is going to be the last check mark that we do for the night. Then we'll end the live. I do the Quiet Storm every weekday. This is Monday through Friday at 2 a.m. in the morning. And I normally go until 4 a.m. in the morning. So you're welcome to join me as well. Again, if you want to keep abreast of it and you happen to be on YouTube, go ahead and drop me a subscription, a like, turn your notifications on for all, and you'll get the ding to join the live when it goes up. So now we're just doing a little bit of waiting. Again, we got maybe, looks like 3.5 minutes to the top of the hour. We'll see if we get some other opportunities. If so, we'll evaluate those. If they're valid, we'll get into them, and then we'll end the night. Then I'm going to go get some sleep before the New York session at 8 a.m. I did put up a couple of polls last weekend and asked my teammates if they wanted me to put together a Saturday training session, and they voted for an evening session on Saturday. So tomorrow morning, when I shake off the doldrums of sleep, I'll start putting together the training deck for that. And for the lives for the rest of the week, I'll go ahead and announce that timing of when we're going to do that. And I will record it for the channel as well. All right, so we got about 45 seconds left to go. We'll see what fireworks we can get for 4 a.m. Again, we started the night on a massive win on Japanese Nikkei 225 for over 200,000 pips. And we just kept rolling. Lots of action tonight. And again, some of this is instant. Some of this takes up to 2 to 3 minutes because we trade a lot of assets. So we'll see. And the trades are coming in. The first is a sell on DYDX. Again, the candle is closed. We've got aqua, gray, blue in the right order, BGA. It's going to be a sell to 47.80. Go ahead and short right there. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy called out. Guess I should get in the trade first. DYDX. Sell. Will they take profit at 47.80? It's a cryptocurrency perpetual trade on a 15-minute confirmation. DYDX USDT. This is a 4.39 risk to reward ratio. Take profit at 47.80. And that's going to be for 325 pips. Got a stop loss at 51.04. That's going to be for 74 pips. And we've got an entry price at 51.05. I got that right? Sorry. Stop loss is at 51.79. Entry price is at 51.05. All right. And this appears to probably be our last call of the night. It's a cryptocurrency perpetual trade, DYDX versus Tether. 15-minute confirmation. Market execution sell. Entry price at 0.5105. Stop loss at 0.5179 for 74 pips. Stop loss at 0.4780 for 325 pips. And the risk to reward ratio of 4.39. Let's get this added to our watch list. Bad boy organized. And voila. For those of you that want to follow this, if you click this particular link, that will take you to the trading view to get you the list of the trades that we currently have open. That's the entire trade book. I believe we are currently in 112 different positions total. It's kind of a ball rolling downhill. Not all of these were called today. I've been calling trades continuously since May the 2nd. Some are still open. Some are new. So we've got a lot of calls from the night. Let's see. 1, 2, not NASDAQ. That's old. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Called out 18 trades tonight. So a lot of activity. I will be back same time, same bat channel for a live trading session for June the 19th, 2025 at 2 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. Have a great evening.